Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy LaDerek the Chemist, and I'm here to give you 4 steps to becoming a professional musician. So you clicked on this video because you either play or you sing and you want to do it on a professional level. Here's my 4 steps. So whether you're a keyboard player, a drummer, a bassist, a guitar player, a vocalist, a lead singer, a background singer, listen, a harmonica player, the same rules apply. You need to know exactly what you want to do with your career. So that entails whether you want to be an international touring musician, whether you want to play locally at your local bars or clubs or church, or whether you want to play on Broadway, whether you want to be a studio musician. The options are endless, but you need to know exactly what you want to do. Now, this step requires some honesty. You need to know exactly what you're capable of doing. Some of us are not touring musicians, and that's all right. Some of us are not studio musicians, and that's okay. Knowing your truth and knowing what you can do is very vital, because this can throw off everything in your career. It can lead to a lot of upset and a lot of disappointment because you chose wrong in the beginning. Step 1 is very important. Know exactly what you want to do with your career, and honesty plays a major part in that. Step 2 is find someone to study and who is currently in the field that you want to be in. So, for example, if you want to be a touring musician, find someone who plays the instrument that you play and who is doing it at a professional level. If you want to be a musical director, find out how to put together a show. Find out what it takes to put together a show. Watch people, watch shows, watch musicians, watch what they do, watch how they play, watch what sounds they use, watch all of it, because it's very important to doing it on a professional level. That's what separates the unprofessionals from the professionals, is knowing exactly what to use. But the job of a musical director does not end at what they play. The job of a musical director goes beyond, way beyond, to knowing how to speak to people, knowing how to have conversations, knowing how to relay musical things to people who are not musical. I can tell you from experience that often I have to relay my musical ideas to people, to labels, to people who are not musicians, but they need you to explain what you do to them so they can have an understanding of what you do. So number 2 encompasses a lot. Choosing those to study, and it necessarily does not have to be someone you don't know. It can be somebody local that you know who is currently doing what you do. Reach out to them. Send them a message, send them a DM, ask them questions on what it takes to be professional in the lane that they're in, and I'm sure they will give you advice on what it takes to do what they do. So now that you've chosen the career that you want to be in, you found someone to study under and learn from, number 3 is very important. You have to get around the field that you want to be in. So if you want to be a touring musician, you have to go to these auditions. Auditions. This is how you get on tours. Every audition you won't get calls back from. I'm sorry to tell you, I hate to bust your bubble, but you will not always get calls back for every audition that you do, because some auditions are looking for a specific look. You may have the sound that they want, but you might not have the look that they want. Or you might have the look that they want, but you don't have the sound that they want. So sometimes it's these factors that come into play. But understanding that you cannot not audition. You have to audition, because these auditions lead to other things, even if you don't get chosen. Let me give you an example. Some years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I auditioned for Kelly Rowland, and I got in that line. I knew everybody in that line could play. I attended Berklee College of Music, and some of my friends were in the line. I'm like, oh man, everybody in this line is killing. So I'm like, one of us gonna get this. So we all auditioned, and some of us went to the final rounds and some of us didn't. And eventually, none of us got chosen. But it did not matter because the person we auditioned for held another audition that I ended up going to, and he remembered my face. So because he remembered my face, as soon as I walked in, he was like, oh, this guy could play. I remember you from the Kelly Rowland. And that actually led to me getting more calls and us connecting and him putting me on some other tour opportunities because I was still willing to audition. So you never know as a musician, you never know what can lead to what. So you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot because you messed up on one audition. That's okay, just keep doing it. It's all about repetition, showing your face, seeing the same people, networking. That's what it's all about. Networking. If you want to be a local musician, make sure you're going to shows. Even if you're not playing, go to your local open mic show and meet the band, talk to the singers, meet people who are currently doing it. A lot of people like to only network with the big wigs, and that's only temporary because the big wigs are only in their seat temporarily. The music industry is always evolving. The people who are currently your colleagues will eventually be the big wigs. So you want to network across, meet people in your lane. And that often can lead to big things in the future. So after you've chosen your career, you found someone to study under, you're getting around the arena that you want to be in. Number 4 is vitally important. You need to showcase your talent. It's very simple. With social media, we need to use it to our advantage. We need to. I know we like to post funny videos all day and post memes and send videos to our friends and laugh all day, and that's cool. But we need to be more business smart and more business savvy because this is technically a business. You want to operate as a business. People will not know that you can play unless you show them. Now, what this does not mean is that the video has to be in 4K, it has to be in 6K, it has to be the best video editing equipment you've ever seen. It has to be in a huge studio with you playing on top of a mountain. It doesn't have to be all that. It doesn't have to be super arranged. It doesn't have to be super produced. It just has to be you doing what you do. So grab your phone, and if you play keys, put your phone on that keyboard and play a song. If you play drums, get your phone, record yourself playing drums. It's that simple. People just need to know that you play and that you do what you do, so that once they meet you, they can say, oh, that's old boy that plays drums. That's old boy that plays keys. That's old boy that sings. I need a background singer. Can you come along? And that's how it leads to you getting calls and making money as a musician. It's a slow process sometimes. Sometimes it's a fast process. Sometimes it's a matter of who you know, and sometimes it's a matter of what you can do. So there is no set way that it will happen, but your best odds are if you take these 4 steps. Knowing what you want to do with your career, finding someone to study, getting in the arena that you want to be in, and 4 is showcasing your talent. Now, I can't guarantee how long it will take for you to become a professional musician, but I can guarantee if you do these 4 steps, it will lead to you being a professional musician. And eventually calls will come and doors will open, and you'll be able to look back at these 4 steps and said, if I never did these things, it would not have led to where I wanted to go as a professional musician. Now, this is my disclaimer. Of course, there could be different steps on how to do this, but these are my 4 steps that I believe led to my career as a successful musician. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification. Listen, I got so many videos coming to you guys. I have more of how-to videos. I have more live arrangements coming. I have a possible EP in the works right now. I also have all types of content coming, so stay tuned. Be blessed.